Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and the Savage Sword of Conan, issue number 5. Let's get on to this comic book so that we can talk about who actually made the book. We got writer Jerry Duggan, artist Ron Garvey, Richard Eisenoff on colors, letters, VC's Travis Lanham, Alex Ross does the freaking cover. I hope he keeps doing the covers, and Mohammed Asrar doing, along with Matthew Wilson, doing the variant covers. All right. Oh, and logo and novella design by Jay Bowen. All right. So, yeah, man, cool book. Robert E. Howard creating Conan. We got the showdown with Koga Thun. This is it's never going to be the final battle. I mean, like, that's who Koga Thun is. He's, I don't know about immortal, but he's essentially immortal. All right, he's a very Thulian type of a enemy, an adversary for Conan to have to fight. And literally, like, this book feels hopeless right up until the very last couple of pages. It's like no matter what you do, you're screwed. And even after you somehow manage to eke out the slightest of victories, his followers are still there. But it's a Conan book. You know what I'm saying? It's a Conan book. This is going to be Jerry Duggan's last issue, his final issue on this comic book, but the book is continuing. Meredith Finch is going to be taking over writing assignments from this point. In case anybody's not overly familiar with her, she's done a couple of works. I brought some of them up. Catwoman Election Night is one of the stories that she did. She did one of the 2 stories in that book. I covered that book. Go back and check out that review on Comic Book University, Catwoman Election Night. It was a one-shot. She also did Rose, which I really wanted to read, but I didn't. But there are other comic book channels out there, like I think Joseph's Books covered that. Crap, and I don't actually remember what he calls himself now. I'm pretty sure if you look up Joseph's Books, comic book review, Rose, you'll find what he calls his comic book channel now. Well, I should have thought about that one before I said it. Anyway, she did some Wonder Woman before. She worked over in Zenoscope on the Grimm's Fairy Tales before. But most specifically, the thing that I know her for is Xena. Last year, she did the Xena comic book. I think that went up to 3 volumes. Actually, I could probably see that right here because I brought it up on Comixology, my buds. I think it looks like it went up to volume 4. Anyway, yeah, there was a lot to do with Xena. Good book, good couple of stories there. Went on for a pretty long time, but Xena, most importantly, translates over to Conan. Not in the greatest of ways, but the fantasy aspect and the sheer intensity and the action there. But also adding the Grimm's fairy tales in there, a little bit of Rose. I think that we're going to be okay. I think that we're going to be perfectly fine with a Meredith Finch Conan story. We'll see with issue 6. I will be here for that, absolutely. With bells on, perhaps. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.